Kia ora, good evening, I'm Andrew Mulligan. He's Wairangi Koopu, and welcome to the Crowd Goes Wild Lockdown Edition. Pascoe has more gold than Pascoe the Jewelers. The All Blacks have more silverware than the Wallabies. The Black Caps melted down in Dakar. And Kauhi's $1 million smile still shines bright like a diamond.
All that plus Ronaldo becomes the top international goal scorer of all time and your chance to win a year's subscription to Sky Sport Now. But first...
Yeah, leading your sports news tonight, Sophie Pascoe's done it again and again and again and again.
For those of us who can't count, that's Andrew saying Sophie has won her fourth Tokyo 2020 Paralympic medal and defended her fourth gold in the individual medley. Here's Storm with the action.
Give her a gold for best walkout too while you're at it. Yes, Sophie Pascoe was in the zone ready to defend her three-time 200-metre medley crown.
There is not another swimmer in this heat right now that can really hang with her.
And it was certainly looking that way for the first 170 metres before things got tense.
Courtney's making it a tight race. Can Pascoe get there? It's a race to the wall and Pascoe does it.
The Queen of Kiwi 2 had literally emptied the tank for that one and needed to be cut out of her togs and given oxygen after blacking out once she left the pool.
Yeah, it just came down to that last 10 metres not breathing, and I can say you've just witnessed my last ever 200 IM.
The legend will race for her 20th Paralympic medal later tonight. Meanwhile, on the track, 200-metre silver medalist Daniell will leave Tokyo with a second medal, winning bronze in the 100 metres. Check out that smile even through the mask. Storm Purvis, Crowd Goes Wild.
I don't know about you, my athletic exploits certainly haven't matched anything close to being something as dramatic as that. But for you, have you ever done something so hard, gone so hard for something that you've had to vomit and required oxygen afterwards like Sophie did?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably more in training than it was an actual competition. But yeah, hats off to her. That's outstanding effort. It looks like really she's just thrown everything out of the pool, out of the bath, and just gone, God, take the wheel, and just let it all go. And you can sort of see her in the emotion on her face after those victories, how important it is. And she goes out as a gold medalist because she's retired from this event now. So yeah, fantastic.
Unbelievable. What a weapon. One of our greats.
Yeah, and she looked like a cool UFC fighter who was about to come out and fight Jake Paul as well when she did her walkout. So.
All right, the All Blacks are in Perth and the All Blacks are bored, but you won't catch them complaining about it. They're just happy to be playing footy. We got the lowdown from the bro down, Pari Hakaways.
Almost felt like we snuck in the country, come in the back door of the hotel and leave out the back door every day to training. But that's just the nature of the circumstances we're in at the moment. But we've been using time at the back end of training each day to, I guess, have a bit of chill time and just lie around on the grass with the sun's out.
And while it may be sun's out, guns out after training, it'll be business socks and business time come Sunday. As the last time the All Blacks played in Perth, they suffered their biggest defeat at the hands of the Australians.
That's right. You only need to cast your mind back 2 years ago when we had Aussie in Perth, and that wasn't a very nice day for a lot of the boys in this group, so I don't want to feel that way again. Now,
you're going to have to set the My Sky and record the country calendar on Sunday as this dog and pony show takes precedent. Kick-off, 6 p.m. Zoom time. Well, it's Father's Day, what a great excuse to say, hey, the rugby's on. Everyone be quiet. Dad's watching the code.
Everyone leave the room. I know you can't go out of your house unless you're outside of Auckland, but, guys, the rugby is on. Yeah, fantastic. Be good to get that victory as a Father's Day gift for New Zealanders all around the country.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see Bodie run the cutter. That's what I'm going to be looking forward to.
The Black Caps have set more records overnight. Unfortunately, this achievement wasn't a good one. The second-string Black Caps team were bowled out for 60 runs against Bangladesh, which equalled their lowest ever total in T20 cricket. Captain Tom Latham was not impressed.
Slightly disappointing with the start. I thought the way we managed to build a little bit of partnership through the middle. We knew it was going to be tough, and unfortunately we just keep losing wickets at crucial times, really.
Needless to say, we lost. The lads don't have much time to turn things around with the next game tomorrow night.
Absolutely disappointing. Our lowest tied ever score for a T20. And the White Ferns, they lost to England in a T20 this morning in Chelmsford, I think. They've now lost 8 matches in a row to the English Y. And Sophie Devine and Susie Bates, they got out in pretty quick succession as well. So not a great day in T20, but who keeps these stats, you know? It's just T20.
Not a great day for New Zealand cricket in general. I feel like this is cricket karma, because if we went back a little bit, Bangladesh actually bowled out Australia for their lowest ever T20 total, and I rubbished them. You know, I really bagged them, and I feel like now this is karma. They've beaten us for the first time in a T20 match, and it's our equal lowest score. So, yeah, probably won't do that again.
Still to come. Why? You show off your drawing skills. Marcus Daniell is a bronzed tennis god. And a Richard Kahui statue is being looked at for Makoni's house. Well, welcome back. Sky, ESPN and 4 talented Kiwi artists have partnered up for a new campaign called The Art of Sport. So we've decided to set our fans, you guys, a challenge. Draw your favourite ESPN sports star, and you could win a Sky Sports Now year-long subscription. That's right, a full year of Sky Sport Now. Just email us in your drawing to crowdgoeswildnz@gmail.com. Why? Show us LeBron James that you drew. Can you? Have you got it? Where is it?
Oh, I forgot. No, I've framed it and hung it on the wall already.
Put it in the Louvre, as they'd say. Or is it in your loo?
Yeah, it's in the loo.
How long did it take you to draw it, by the way?
Maybe a solid 10, 15 minutes.
All right. Richard Kahui is a dashing man who still dashes around the rugby field for the Western Force in Perth.
He's currently waiting outside the All Blacks hotel as they end their 7 days of isolation today. Here's Jimmy Makoni with one of his top 2 favourite Waikato men. And I guess I'm the other one.
Sure, yeah.
He's a fantastic silver fox.
Here we go.
But Richard Kahui should really be at Western Force rugby practice right now.
Can you please send a message to my coach and let him know that you're very sorry?
I am really sorry.
I told him I was talking to the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
One day. Kahui is 36 and next year will be his final season of rugby.
Forced pre-seasons are probably the hardest thing I've ever done. In summer, we were operating between sort of a coolish day around 30 to the hot days. One of the hot days was 43 degrees.
With the All Blacks in Perth, Kahui can't wait for his Kiwi mates to get out of isolation. How long do you think you'd hug Fozzie for?
Initially would be a real brief one because it's been a while. But then after the barrier came down, it would be a long one, at a squeezy one. Yeah, that real, the sort of way I hug you, James.
After New Zealand rugby tried to pull out of the Perth Test, Kahui says Australia will be more fired up than this Jimmy Barnes music video.
The ARU, Dave Rennie and the Wallabies all feel pretty aggrieved by what's happened, and they were pretty pissed off, and so I think there's going to be a lot of fire. I think it's going to be a cracking test, and I think the Wallabies will give it a really good nudge over here.
Kahui is one of rugby's great characters. He's given us so many laughs.
It looks absolutely beautiful. Then you taste it.
But at the Force, sounds like it's a tough crowd. What, they don't understand the references, the Anchorman stuff?
It's like the old adage, never wear shoes too small for your feet.
I think it's dated.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
My ship has sailed, Jimmy. My ability to socialise with and be the cool guy and tell the jokes, and I think I've missed the boat, so I've had to retire a part of me that I never thought I would have had to.
His Aussie wife and 3 kids are loving Perth, but the Waikato is always on his mind.
I miss the green grass, the big open spaces. I miss the mighty Waikato River. I miss seeing my mum driving down to Tokoroa and having the peanut brownies. Miss the people.
Amen.
At some stage, I'm sure we'll end up back there.
Come home, Cucks. I'll bake you some brownies myself.
He is a very good-looking man, and I'm glad he's a part of this Handsome Men's Club, which I established a few years back.
I don't know how many times I've applied for that club.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. Your application is still pending. It's been 10 years, but it's still pending.
All right, Kiwi Marcus Daniell will take to the court at the US Open tomorrow with a stronger neck thanks to his Olympic bronze medal workout.
I approve of any workout. I'm actually doing one right now. Watch your story from Anna, and I'll show you the results afterwards.
As I chat to Marcus Daniell from a New York apartment, his West Coast sanctuary out at Karikari seems like a distant memory. Though once he's back and wearing his medal, there'll be more than just his own crack to worry about.
You might end up breaking that bar, so you need to be careful because those medals are heavy, right?
They are heavy, and I think I'm going to have to treat it better than I treat most of my gear out at Karikari. I think I might have to give it to my parents for safekeeping.
Marcus had an incredibly tough few months leading into the Olympics. His longtime doubles partner had split with him and was questioning his future in the sport. But putting on that silver fern and joining the team in Tokyo changed everything.
Feeling that connection and feeling that sort of spirit and mana, that was actually the first time in a couple of months that I'd really felt passionate about being on court and trying to perform again, and it definitely boosts performance.
It boosted Marcus and Michael Venus through the rounds and through some fiery moments on court and on the side of the court too.
That's very, very unfair.
When he gets in those moods, he's almost unstoppable, so it was great to see.
Their bronze medal match saw the pair topple the US in straight sets to take New Zealand's first ever tennis Olympic medal, a moment that will no doubt be etched in Marcus's mind forever.
History made. New Zealand win their first ever Olympic tennis medal.
Marcus has teamed up with a familiar face for the US Open, Brazilian's Marcelo de Molina, and will hit the court at Flushing Meadows tomorrow morning.
Feeling pretty comfortable, and we've got a tricky first round, but I think if we play decently, we've got a good shot.
And a good shot is all you need sometimes, like the vaccine or some tequila. Anna Wilcox, Crowd Goes Wild.
Well, speaking of workouts at the desk, I've been told by a physio, because I have pronating hips, the way to bring your pelvic floor a little bit stronger is to try and raise your testicles up when seated. So if you do that, you're actually engaging the lower abdominal muscles to raise the balls up.
Yeah, but you start working the perineum, which is it's the little bit
no man's land.
Yeah, the no man's land. So it's strong to have. It's great to have a strong perineum. Don't go googling that, but
Yeah, good point. All right, still to come on this lockdown special. It's a draw-off. Josh's senior effort, and he also chats with motocross champ Courtney Duncan. Plus, more tales from the Mehrtens Memory Vault. All right, Josh wasn't going to let Y take all the kudos with his drawing of LeBron, so he took some time away from homeschooling his boys to draw us this epic sketch of LeBron himself. Remember, draw your favourite ESPN sports star and you could win a Sky Sports Now year-long subscription. Just got to email us your drawing to crowdgoeswildnz@gmail.com. No one at Sky will let us have the sky.co.nz email address yet. We have to use Gmail. Anyway, who did it better, Y?
Look, I mean, this explains a lot, really, to be honest, because Josh, he can barely string a sentence together over text, but he can draw really well. So I feel like one side of his brain is still working well, which is a good sign for us.
All right, there's a Kiwi invasion coming to Turkey this weekend, and while Gallipoli is safe, the same can't be said for Afyonkarahisar in the country's west. I butchered that name, but I can't butcher Dunedin. Dunedin's fastest export since Daniell loader Courtney Duncan is in town for the third and fourth rounds of the World Motocross Championships. Round 2 was in Belgium, so it's been a tour of Anzac hotspots for Courtney, who's looking to get back on track after a forgettable ride in the sandy conditions of the Flanders fields.
It was like deep sand, pretty much like riding on the beach, and it's just a different way of riding. You have different technique, you have a different bike setup. No excuses though, I got my butt handed to me and it hurt for sure. But nothing like a little, fuel for the fire.
It won't take much fuel as it's tinder dry in Turkey at the moment, and Courtney's already matched with the track.
I raced there in 2019. It's where I clinched my championship. So I've been there before. I like the track, I like the layout, hard pack, big jumps, but Turkey I don't think it had rain for like 2 or 3 months, so it's probably going to be pretty slick and dry, but to be fair, I've been training on that stuff anyway.
And after the controversy of New Zealand's greatest open side last week, Courtney's shown her support for her local. Round 3 starts Sunday with round 4 going Wednesday, New Zealand time. All right, finally, it's time to dive into Andrew Mehrtens' beautiful mind as he regales us with another Bledisloe story in our runaway hit segment, Memories with Mehrtens.
So let's all meet up in the year 2000 when the All Blacks unleashed the most intricate backline move ever seen. Since my days with the Huntley under-15 setters.
Who came up with that amazing backline move?
I think Wayne Smith came up with it. I know that we spent so much time on the timing of it during the week that we were going to grab any opportunity off a line out to use it. In hindsight, you look back and there were a lot of passes, a lot of moving parts went on that any of which could have fallen apart. No matter how many passes we got through, it ended up relying on Tana Umaga fending off Jason Little, I think.
Here they are, some intricate moves. Equals the record. That's absolutely brilliant.
It was nice to give Jonah the opportunity to distribute as well, because so often, he was getting the ball and expected to do something on his own, and I think he quite enjoyed the role that he played. As soon as he touched the ball, it would drag maybe 3 or 4 defenders with shaking knees onto him. I got to pass him the ball and then get the hell out of the way as quick as I could. He passed it on again to Tana.
So many different directions and angles, and Umaga, of course, with a flat-footed opponent to beat.
And then Tana went through. My part of the move, I gave the ball, then I basically just had to get out of Cully's way because he was going to be the guy in support.
Well, the Australians are known as the masters of manipulation, but the pupils here have taught the masters a lesson. That is superb.
I was off the field at the end, and then finally almost the inevitable came and they got awarded a penalty. And it was poor old Craig Dowd, I think, that got penalised. I remember looking out and I realised Sterling Mortlock had kicked for the rest of the game, but he was off the field. And I remember John Eales big John Eales looking around as in, like, where's the kicker? And then he sort of worked out, well, I've got to kick it myself now.
This kick will decide the fate of the Bledisloe Cup.
I was a bit of a smart ass, so I took off one of my socks and tied it round like a blindfold around my face. So I had the sock around my eyes and then could hear from the crowd, obviously, and the response of the Australians nearby, that he kicked the goal and it went through, and it was just heartbreaking.
This kick has retained the Bledisloe Cup.
All right, everybody, that's the beautiful mind of Andrew Mehrtens. It's a good night from us. We're back Tuesday night with another Lockdown CGW special for you.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And here's a little Bowden Barrett magic to leave you with, just for you fathers out there.
Bowden Barrett saw again. Off he goes. Now can he link up? He's back to his own pace. Oh, gee whiz. That is magic. Leonard Brown.